Now there's an ad running on your phone. A tiny plastic wind turbine mounted on a pole, spinning fast, promising to cut your electricity bill in half. Price, under 8,000 rupees. Reviews, over 4 stars. Thousands sold. I bought one. I tested it. And what I found out is not what the ad tells you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this thing is everywhere right now, why the reviews are lying to you, and what your 8,000 rupees can actually buy that will cut your bill. Stay till the end. I'll show you the one number that exposes the entire scam. Here's what the ad shows you. A turbine spinning in a light breeze on a balcony. Text on screen. Save up to 90% on electricity. Works even in low wind. Powers your whole home. Sounds incredible for the price. A proper home wind system from a real installer costs lakhs of rupees. So a turbine for less than the cost of a decent mixer grinder that does the same job. That's the hook. That's why it's selling. But here's the first question you should be asking. If this actually worked, why isn't every terrace in India covered in these things already? Let's do the math the ad doesn't want you to do. Wind power depends on 3 things: wind speed, air density, and the swept area of the blades. That third one is the killer. These turbines have blades barely 20 to 30 centimeters long. Compare that to a real wind turbine. Blades longer than a cricket pitch. Swept area doesn't just add up. It works on radius squared. Double the blade length and you don't get double the power. You get 4 times the power. So a blade 1/10 the size of a real turbine isn't producing 1/10 the energy. It's producing roughly 1/100th, and that's before we talk about wind speed. Most Indian cities average wind speeds under 12 kilometers an hour at rooftop height. These small turbines need at least double that just to spin properly, let alone generate usable power. Do the actual calculation, and a turbine like this, running in typical rooftop wind for a full day, generates enough electricity to charge your phone. Maybe not run your fridge, not touch your electricity bill. So how are there thousands of verified 5-star reviews claiming it works? That's where this gets interesting. I didn't just want to trust the math, so I mounted one on a terrace for 2 weeks with a small power meter attached. Day 1, calm morning, blades barely moving. By afternoon, wind picked up, blades spun fast, looked impressive on camera. Meter reading at the end of day 1. Output so small it doesn't even register on a normal household meter. We're talking milliwatts, not watts. Over the full 2 weeks, total energy generated wouldn't run a single LED bulb for an evening. Now compare that to the reviews. People are leaving 5 stars saying, "Great product, spins nicely, good build quality." Notice something? Almost nobody is reviewing based on actual electricity saved. They're reviewing based on whether it spins. That's the trick. The product does exactly what it visually promises. It spins. It just never generates meaningful power. And that gap between it spins and it powers your home is where the entire scam lives. This isn't one bad seller. This is a pattern, and once you see it, you'll spot it everywhere. Step 1. The same turbine gets listed under 20 different brand names, all sourced from the same factory, usually the same one advertised for a few hundred rupees on wholesale sites before markup. Step 2. The product images and videos show the blade spinning, never the actual power output number. No listing shows you watts generated. That's not an accident. Step 3. Reviews get seeded early through free units and reward programs before the product ever reaches someone who checks the numbers. Step 4. By the time real buyers start posting "this doesn't work," the listing already has hundreds of 5-star reviews from round 1, and the algorithm keeps pushing it. This is a well-known pattern with small marketplace gadgets, inflated capability claims, image-only proof, review timing. It's the same playbook used across dozens of miracle gadget categories. Wind turbines just happen to be the newest one, riding the energy-saving trend. So if 8,000 rupees won't buy you working wind power, what will? Honestly, at this budget, wind is the wrong technology entirely. Wind needs consistent open area speed that most homes simply don't have. But solar does work at small scale. A basic 40 to 50 watt solar panel with a charge controller in the same price range will reliably charge a battery for lights and fans during a power cut, because sunlight, unlike rooftop wind, is dependable. If you specifically want wind, it only makes sense at real scale. Tall installations in genuinely windy zones, which is a different budget and a different conversation entirely. The honest answer is uncomfortable but simple. This category of product isn't a smaller version of a real wind turbine. It's a decoration that happens to spin. Here's the verdict: no sugarcoating. The $99 or 8,000 rupee wind turbine is not a scaled-down power source. It's a novelty item marketed with real engineering language to sound like one. The physics simply doesn't allow a turbine this small at rooftop wind speeds to generate meaningful electricity. Full stop. If you already bought one, it's not going to embarrass you on your terrace, but don't expect a single rupee off your electricity bill. If you haven't bought one yet, save the money and put it towards something that actually works for your setup. Now, here's a question for the comments. Solar panels get the same scam treatment online. Tiny panels promising to run entire homes. Should I put one of those through the same test? Comment solar test below, and if enough of you want it, that's the next video. If this saved you 8,000 rupees today, subscribe, because there's a new miracle gadget claim every single week, and someone needs to actually test them.